that I don't want you to hear. Yeah. It's nothing but the way you stare into my eyes. I
When
know
you sit
that
on your phone, you look like such a corporate baddie.
Oh,
Like, yeah, like you're not just casually on your phone. You're really like
I am a corporate
doing
baddie.
emails. Don't talk to me. I'm very like that though. You know, if I'm on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
often I'm doing emails. I'm not just sat on TikTok all day. And my
Are you
parents,
not?
No, but my parents will be like, "Oh, can you like do the dishwasher or whatever?" And then I'm like, "I'm doing emails," and they're like, "Be on your phone." You can do emails on your phone.
I don't think that generation. I say that generation, but your parents are probably my age.
They had me at like 7 years old.
You do look like a cute little
Album.
family.
Yes, I
Especially when
think-
you go on holiday together and you do those little TikToks. They're so
Have you seen
cute.
me do coordinated outfits?
I
We
don't know
literally
how you
go-
get them all to cooperate.
I know, we go white night, black night, multicoloured night, like we literally don't care. We get my dad in on it completely. We'll be like, no, like he does a little catwalk for
Yeah.
us, show us what he's going to wear, we're like, no, change shirt,
Yeah.
and then we're like, okay, that's cute.
Oh,
It's so
that
cute.
is so
And then we do
cute.
selfies and everything, they love it. My parents love a lift selfie.
Do they?
Yeah, like they'll do a mirror selfie like as a couple.
Yeah.
It's so cute and people are like, they're such influencers.
I feel like you're constantly on holiday though.
Yeah, people
All
often
four of
say
you.
that. We just love a holiday. Like it's just
Who
like
doesn't?
the
You're a
best.
vacation girly.
I know it's the best version of yourself when you're on holiday. Like there's no cares in the world. You're not worried about anything. There's no deadlines. There's nowhere to be. Like there's no you need to be here at this time. You just do whatever
Really?
you want. Yeah.
When I go on holiday with my family, they're like 6 o'clock, we're waking up, then we're going to go on this hike, this trek, and then we're going to have lunch at 1200 hours. I think it's
No,
just
I can't
Indian
deal with
families in
that.
general.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh my god. To be fair, my parents can be strict on timings, but they'll be like prees at 6 p.m, dinner at 8 p.m.
Prees?
Yeah, my parents do prees with us.
What are prees?
Sim. Are you
What?
being serious?
No, I'm being serious.
Prees?
Pre-drinks?
Yes.
Okay.
Pre-drinks, prees. Have you never heard the
Never
phrase?
heard that term before.
You're so old. Yeah, so prees is what we call it. But my parents have picked that up from me and my sister.
Okay, of course
And now
they
they'll be
have.
like, prees at 6. Yeah, my
Aw.
mum will buy us little tinnies, you know, like the M&S cans.
Yeah.
She'll buy them for us and she'll be like, or she'll say, oh, do you want a pre on the train? And we're like, yeah.
That's hilarious.
And then she brings
I
us
cannot
cans.
imagine pre-drinking or drinking for that matter with my mother.
Really?
Oh my god!
Honestly,
like, we're
such
all
a
in silence.
difference.
We're just like a secret behind the closed door.
Like in one of those paper bags, like in America.
We're
like-
drinking water.
Oh my god, that's the thing. Like my parents, when I was probably 18,
Yeah.
they were like getting into me drinking. If you know what I mean, like they wouldn't
This is
drink with me.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they wouldn't drink with me. But obviously they knew I was doing it at parties and things. And I'd say when I got to kind of 19, obviously they knew I was doing it. So then it'd be, oh, do you want a glass of wine with your dinner? Like we're
Oh
going
my
to have one.
God.
And then it just became natural.
We still hide at 36, and my sisters are what, 44? We're still like, are they
I've
looking?
never touched vodka in my life.
Literally. Oh my
my
god,
God,
we
like-
just don't. We don't.
Really?
And even like one of my nieces is having her birthday party.
Slow.
I know, and we're thinking who to invite, but we can't invite all the aunties because we can't drink Pims in front of them.
Pims.
Pims
Pims
is
is like
juice.
1%. Pims has no alcohol in what you say. Pims is
But
like
that's
what you'd
what
give
it's
a baby.
like. That's what it's like.
Wow. But yeah, my sister, like we're big drinkers.
Yeah.
We will like play drinking games, just me and her. Love going out. And then when we go out, we're wild. Like we don't care what people think. Like we're just gonna dance. Like couldn't care
Oh,
less.
that's
yeah.
so cute.
It's really nice. Whereas a few people we've been out with, like just back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot of people, we were saying, sort of think that if you're going out and you're going clubbing,
Yeah.
it's to like find a man or to try and catch someone.
What,
and
even
like,
with you guys?
yeah, and we're
Stop
like,
it.
we're not going clubbing to find people. We just want to go and shake our ass. Do you know what I mean? That's literally why I go clubbing. I've got a man. I'm not there to find someone else.
No.
I've been practicing my Beyonce hip movements
Yeah.
in the mirror at 2 a.m. So
Can I
I'm
see
going
it?
to the club. I can't do it. But I'm going to the club to show these dance moves that I've been practicing. I'm not there to find a man.
Yeah.
But to be fair, my sister, she is single.
Yeah.
I think she's like 27. and she's struggling. So obviously if she gets attention, I'm
Struggling?
like, go for it. She really wants a boyfriend. Not like really, she's not
Okay.
desperate, calm down. We're not claiming that energy.
Yeah.
But obviously she'd like a partner
Yeah.
to like get going with life. Go on holidays, do birthdays, do trips, and she just can't find anyone. So she's on Hinge, and I think she's on Bumble.
Yeah.
But honestly, so I've been, as you know, in a relationship for 5 years now.
Wow, it's been 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. Met
Oh
him
my
at school
gosh.
when I was 17.
Oh,
How crazy
that's
is that?
So cute.
It's very rare though
It's really rare.
to find someone at 17 and still be with them.
Oh yeah.
Because especially we both went to uni. So he was a year above me at school.
Yeah.
So whilst I was in year 13, he was in first year of uni.
Yeah.
And then when he graduated, I was still at uni.
Okay.
So it's
How was
kind of
that?
like, it was just weird. So we'd been dating probably 3 months until he went to uni, and I was thinking he's going to break up with me because
Oh my god.
I know what boys are like. They go first year of uni, they go feral. They're like left, right, and centre, gow.
No.
Yeah. So
No.
So 3 months we'd only been dating. I was thinking he's going to break up with me. It was just a summer fling. Like, it was amazing, but I'm just going to have to deal with it. Then he's about to go to uni and he's like, no, of course I want to stay together. Like, why would you say that? And I was like,
Oh.
we're a good one, but let's see.
Yeah.
Because I'm very untrustworthy. And then, yeah, he went to uni. First year was tough because he was at Bournemouth. It would basically take door to door 3 hours
Oh
to
my
get
God.
there. I'm at school. I would go every other weekend because I just constantly wanted to see him because you're still in that like
Yeah.
honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
But you couldn't be together. So I would go on like a Friday night after school and I'd have to come home on like Sunday morning.
Well, hold on a second. How old are you?
I was 17.
And you were going to your boyfriend's university, and your parents knew
Yeah, they
you were
were
going
fine.
there
Yeah.
to sleep
To sleep.
in the
To
same
sleep.
in the same bed.
Yeah, they were actually fine with it. Is this unheard of?
It's unheard of. This is not even. I'm just like error. Do you know? Like I'm just not processing at all. Let's cheers to that, by the
Really?
way.
Yeah, let's cheers. Oh, hang on, I need to go this way.
Yeah.
Cheers to our chai.
How are you holding your mug? Hold it from the actual.
Oh, it's on this side as well.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't. Cheers. Slay with our little mugs. Hold on, wait, we need to say what's in them.
Oh.
I keep hitting this. Mine is dark chocolate chili chai.
Ooh.
Because I'm feeling a bit kinky today.
What
What about
did
you?
it say?
It said it on the packet.
Whoops! I have ginger and something.
Yeah, gingerbread.
Gingerbread.
Okay, taste test.
Gingerbread. Oh my god, this is actually really.
Do you know
nice.
what? This is nice.
Let me try
Mine's chocolatey and there's a tiny kick, but it's not like it would burn your throat.
Okay, so this one is actually. You know how gingerbread would be really sweet.
Yes. But is it really sweet?
It's not really sweet. Oh, you might not want to touch the
Oh.
lipstick, guys.
Lick that up.
I'm sorry, we have to wipe your mug. I don't know why I chose to wear lip gloss. Actually, I do, because when I wear liquid lipsticks, my lips look like this.
Butthole lips. That's awful. Please never do that again.
That's what they
You
look
look like a Doctor Who character.
That's what they look like.
That's really nice.
Oh my god, this is so
This
tasty.
is Christmassy. Like, I'm getting
It
such an
is.
autumn vibe. Pumpkin spice latte. Do you like that? I love that. You know they're like never in stock. Last year, I went in October to get a pumpkin spice latte. So that's what peak of that season.
Yeah.
And they're out of stock. They were like to me, sorry, there's none left.
What do you mean?
They were just like, there's none left. And I was like, but it's
I
October.
don't comprehend.
It's not even autumn yet to me. Like, I've just got over my summer holidays. And they were
I
like, we
just
don't have
got
it
back
left.
from my Ibiza yesterday. I want my pumpkin
Please
spice
allow
latte.
it. Sorry, first world problems, okay? Wait, so where were we?
Go back to your sister. Sorry.
Yeah. She's obviously online dating, but just said it's such an issue because guys are so emotionally unavailable.
Are they?
It's
I think that's
ridiculous.
real life as well.
It is. I'm going to burp in a sec. Sorry, just to warn you.
Oh,
It was a chai hiccup. Trademark that. Chai hiccup. And so, yeah, so she's saying she goes on these dates.
Yeah.
First date, says it goes really well.
Yeah.
They're very intense. This is like the generic of all the dates she's been on, quite a few. The
Okay, so go back one step. So when she finds them online, what is it? Is it a swipe?
It's
I'm
Hinge.
so old.
I
Oh my God.
know.
Most of my clients
So
meet
do you
their-
know how an app works? I'm joking.
I'm done. Nice knowing you. I'm out.
So she's on Hinge, so it's not Tinder. Hinge is meant to be like a bit older and more sophisticated.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
Okay. A lot of my clients meet each other on Hinge.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But
that's the only reason I've heard of it.
she's just saying it's awful. Like, it's meant to be better
Oh.
than Tinder, but
Yeah.
it's just not doing
Isn't
well.
Tinder just a hookup app?
Yeah.
Okay.
But from what I've seen, from what she's saying, Hinge just seems to be just as bad.
What about Bumblebee?
Bumble, yeah, Bumble. So that's Bumble. She's not part of the Beehive, Beyonce. So Bumble is like almost for women in the sense that they swipe, pick a guy, and the woman has to message first.
Okay.
The guy can't. So it's sort of like the woman has the power.
Okay.
And then I think it's like you have to meet up quite soon. And then there's Thursday. Have you heard of Thursday?
Thursday?
Have you not heard of this? It was like
An
all
app?
over Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, it's
I
a
thought
dating
it was just
app.
a meeting place
Pardon,
on a
I picked up
Thursday.
Tim.
Are you okay?
It's like that. I've got a joke. It's that chilli. It's too spicy for me. I'm joking. So Thursday is a dating app, but
Yeah.
you can only go onto it on Thursday.
Oh.
And then you log on, and then it'll like show you all these people in your area. And I think the idea is you're meant to meet them that day. So you'd message and be like, "Oh, hey, do you want to go
That's
for a drink
really
after work?"
intense.
Yeah, but it's meant to make it more casual by saying, "Do you want to go for a drink after work? Like, let's meet today." But they also host these Thursday events.
Yeah,
where,
okay, I've seen those.
yeah, they hire an event space, and then everyone there is single. But my friends have been to them, and they just said it's awful. Like, it's majority girls.
Sorry, go
They're-
back one step. So when they match, then they go to this event, or they just go to the event?
They could the event's like every Thursday.
Okay.
It could be like Brixton, Shoreditch, whatever. But you would just sign up to it almost.
Yeah.
So there'll be like 100 singles there. So it's really good to meet people.
Yeah.
But 2/3 are girls and like 1/3 are guys, and it's really hard to chat to them because everyone's talking to them. And like people also getting the vibe that they're just there for a hookup, not a
Oh,
relationship.
really?
Yeah,
How do
it's just
people
bad
meet people in
vibes.
real life?
I don't know.
Because you know what? Like, I'm not available, but...
Yes. I'm unavailable.
But...
So no decent.
But I find it so easy to meet people
Do
and have a
you?
conversation with people. I meet people in
All the time.
Sainsbury's. I meet people at the gym. I meet
Maybe
people
you
on
can
the
give some
street.
tips to the singletons. Because my sister's like doesn't know where to meet people because she wants to meet people in real life now.
Okay.
But she's like, so she works in fashion. So majority are girls or the gays. So she's not meeting anyone there. Then we go out clubbing, but all the guys there just want a one night stand, nothing serious. And then she does the dating apps, and they're just rubbish.
Do you know what I heard on TikTok once?
What? This
I
is our
heard-
source now on TikTok.
No.
It said this.
I heard that this girl had basically gone to... She had an idea of the kind of man she wanted.
Okay.
So say like she wanted a finance man, I think it was.
Yeah.
So she would hang out in the areas that finance men hung out, which
That's
is in
good.
pubs around the city or like bars around the city.
Or like Canary Wharf
Canary
or
Wharf.
something.
She took it one step further and she would research on LinkedIn like certain levels of people. So they must be earning a certain amount, so they must be hanging out at certain places. And then she would find where they would hang out and she would go and plant her ass there and have a drink or something.
That's
and then people
such a
would...
good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good calculated. But
Very
sis, her
calculated.
ovaries must have been drying up or something.
But that's what
She's
I heard.
like, "I've got
I
no
can't
time to
believe you have to
waste."
go through that length.
Wow, that's the thing because it's hard now.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, in the movies you see like, oh, I just ran into this guy at a coffee shop or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But then you have to be at a local at a coffee shop.
And you're also like done up to perfection. Your hair's
Yeah.
like effortlessly done.
Exactly.
Like, I walk around and it looks like I've got a bush on the top of my head.
You
know, oh
those
my God,
movies
today,
where
do you know
you're
what
wearing-
happened?
Oh my God, what?
So normally when I leave my apartment and I walk around the complex that I live in,
Yeah.
I go to the concierge, pick up my packages, and I look like I've got a bush on my head.
Oh my God.
Today I had gotten dressed. I went down to go pick up my packages like this, and he looked at me and he was like, "Name, please." I was like, "It's me." He was like, "What's your full name?" He could not believe the transformation from me every day to this. And I don't
Stop.
think I look that
That's
different.
offensive.
You think so?
Yeah, that's so offensive.
He was
I
like,
would
"What
say-
have you done with your hair? It's so nice. What have you done?"
He tried to flip Uno reverse that and make it a compliment. But he was going catfish, catfish.
You know, that's what my husband calls me.
Stop.
He's like, "Oh, hi, catfish. Where are you off to today?"
That's so deep.
But he takes it one step further. So in Hindi, cat is Billy. And he is Indian Filipino. So in the Philippines, there's a fish called bungus.
Yeah.
So he calls me Billy Bungus.
Oh my god.
And he's shortened it down to BB. So people think he's saying, oh, baby.
Baby?
But he's not. He's calling me catfish on the sly.
That's hilarious.
He's so naughty.
They're like, he's so romantic.
He's so
And you're like,
romantic. No, he's
so
not.
rude.
He's an evil devil.
Thank God he doesn't live here. Get some space. So, yeah, she's having an issue. What she's been finding is they're emotionally unavailable. They'll meet up. It will go great. They love bomb on the first date. They'll be
What
like...
is love bombing?
Love bombing is like... Okay, it's rare to do it on a first date because you have to, like, be more in a relationship. But it's, like, really intense when you start dating. So it'll be like...
What do they do?
I love you so much after
People
like,
say I love you on the first date?
No, after like a couple of weeks dating.
Stop.
They'll be like, shower you with gifts, loads of presents, take you here, take you shard, take you up, whatever.
I want someone to love bomb me.
Yeah, but it's not good because they love bomb. They drop that bomb of the love.
Yeah.
And then retreat. After like a couple months, it's then ghosting you. Not messaging. Yeah. Suddenly, oh, I can't meet up anymore. Oh, I can't afford to go to the shard anymore. And they were a phony the whole time. It's so bad. But yeah, so she's getting like a small version of that where it's first date, they're like, oh, I want to take you to Paris. Oh, let's go to Ibiza on a holiday. Like, that'd be so fun. I can't wait to see you again. All of this stuff. So she's locked in like, oh my God, it went really well. Da, da, da. Then ghost.
Do you do any background checks on these people?
Do you know what? I will always say, like, let me see a picture. I'm actually a picture of them.
Is that it?
Yeah, of them. And but there's not much else. There's not much else I can do.
Do you know what we do?
What?
My parents or even my siblings
Yeah.
will go full on detective,
Really?
FBI mode to try and find out who he is, where he lives.
Yes.
Like borderline how
that.
much money he makes sometimes,
Yeah.
which is so bad.
LinkedIn.
Who his
I love
parents
looking on a
are,
LinkedIn.
Who his siblings are, what do they do, where do they live, what do they do with their lives, how do they like to go out and enjoy themselves,
Oh my God.
who they might know, who knows them, and then they
Mutual friends.
they basically vet them out to a T before they let the daughter start dating. And then when it comes to that, they have to almost love bomb in a way, but there's no retreating.
So, do you find in your culture, your parents would always get involved with who you date? You can't like date someone on the sly? Or is it like they always have to know?
This is triggering for me.
Let's share childhood trauma.
Okay, so no, so when I was growing up, oh my God, back in the day. Honestly, when I was younger, and even now I hear some people say this, women really aren't supposed to date openly and freely.
Okay.
Which is why I found it so weird when you were talking about going to stay with your boyfriend at university. We're not supposed to be doing those things.
Wow.
Because once somebody finds out that we're dating, then technically they should be the person that we marry.
Yeah.
Which, fine, I get. People want to work towards something in a relationship. But the struggles come from you don't know the person. You're not given the space and the freedom to get to know that person. So
because it's like very almost forced.
It is forced.
So you feel like there's pressure to make them the one.
Yeah.
Almost.
Exactly. And you're always going with that mindset like, can I marry this person? What is this person like? What is that family like? You don't have the freedom to openly get to know them. How I suppose you have openly gotten to know your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I know this one girl who met this guy and she's dating him because he's the right type of Sikh that she needs to date.
Wow.
So she's already narrowed it down. So she's found somebody in the group of people she needs to date.
Wow.
And she was secretly dating him for 2 years. And he sent flowers to her house, which she had accepted at the door. Her brother was listening to the Ring doorbell and heard his name. And then he researched him and was like, I know what you're up to. You're dating somebody you're not supposed to date. Our parents need to know now. You're going to tell them, otherwise I'm going to tell them. That is what it's like dating as an Indian girl. I know. So when it came to me,
very intense.
Yeah, so I think my relationship with my siblings were different. So we all kind of had each other's back. But I always felt there's a lot of things that have happened in my family.
Yeah.
I just knew that I wanted to be very open about my dating experience with my parents. So they were the first people I told when I started dating.
Yeah.
When I was dating the person I wanted to be with, my man.
My man, that's my man.
And it was hard for was hard for them to accept because, again, they're not used to this dating experience. So when I'd gone to university, I wasn't doing anything bad,
Yeah.
but I was just talking to people, thinking that I wasn't supposed to do that. But then when I left university, they were like, have you not found somebody to marry? Like, it went from don't talk to anybody to
Wow.
find somebody to marry within 6 months.
And you were like, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I could even do that then.
I didn't
But
know.
also, it's actually because my parents and a lot of my friends' parents met at university when they
Yeah.
were like 19, 20, then got married. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's so cute, but now that's so rare and also very young.
It is
Like,
so
imagine getting married
young.
at 23 now. Like, obviously, you do you. If that's what you're doing it. But, like, that is so young. I think even me, I'm 22, about to turn 23.
Oh my God.
I-
Baby.
Yeah, like, I'm still in a very early stage of my life. I'm still living at home, like, figuring
You
out
were
my
living the best
career.
life.
I'm living my best life, but figuring out a career and all of that. And that's like, I don't feel married, like, ready to get married yet, even though I've been with my boyfriend 5 years. Like, that's not even, I need to be more settled. Do you know what I
What
mean?
is marriage to you?
Do you know what? I just want a fun wedding. I want a party. No, to me, I want a party. Just come over me. Is that chili chai? I'm like, eh. I feel like I trust my partner so much
Mm-hmm.
that just signing that marriage certificate isn't like saying anything. Like, that's not suddenly solidifying our relationship.
Okay.
It feels so solid as it is. I don't need that marriage to solidify it and suddenly be like, okay, we're going to be together forever. I think you would know that with your partner.
Yeah.
I don't need, but I would want to get married because I do want a wedding that, like, everyone is going to talk about for years on
Aw.
end, and everyone will say it's the best wedding they've ever been to. You'll be invited, by the way. Don't
Woo!
worry.
Yay!
MUA, thanks. I just like that, just knowing that you're going to be together for a while. Like, it's just a nice connection,
you
and
see,
it's just
this
like
is-
a nice,
This is actually a problem I see
yeah,
with marriage.
yeah,
Like, the idea of marriage is overshadowed by the idea of a wedding.
yeah.
And you're really fortunate that you're in a relationship where it's, like, very good and very tight
Yeah.
and very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistent.
Yeah, and solid.
And solid. That's the word I'm looking for. You're lucky that you're in a relationship that's solid. But some people don't. They glaze over that kind of stuff
Yeah.
because they're like, once we've done the wedding, then we'll figure out how to be married. You know, once
That's not great.
one of my aunties said, you get married first and then you fall in love after.
See, I just can't even see that. Like, I don't see how people can do
You
that.
learn to love them after you get
Yeah.
married to them.
I don't, but think about, obviously this is very extreme. I'm very untrustworthy, right? And, like, I really struggle to trust even friends. You don't truly know someone. Like, even though I've been
You don't.
with my boyfriend for 5 years, we were saying this, like, I've probably properly got to know him probably 4 years in. I feel like I
Okay.
really truly know him. But before that, you don't know, like, the core of someone almost. Like, you
don't.
really don't know, like, everything about them. Even after 2 years, you don't know everything about that person.
You only know about somebody once you've lived with them.
Yes,
That's the
and that's
only
another
way.
thing. Exactly. So imagine you then married them. You're like, oh, I'm sure we'll fall in love. They could be abusive. They could be mentally abusive, whatever. You're not going to know that until you've been with them a few years. And if they're a narcissist, it might take a while for those like red flags to come out.
Yeah.
A lot of people straight on, first year of meeting people, you do put on a bit of a facade because you're trying to show the best version of yourself. So, like, you're constantly thinking, am I being attractive to this person, or are they going to like me? And you don't want to
Do you
show
think
your
that's
true
a big
self
thing?
yet. Yeah,
People
but I
worry
don't
about
think.
people being liked.
Yeah, I think. Well, no, your partner, isn't it?
Okay.
Like, you want to make sure your partner's liking you in that first
Yeah.
year. You're reeling them in, isn't it? You don't want to show fully, like, the weird stuff you do.
I think your partner needs to like you, full stop. And everyone
Yeah.
laughs at me when I say this. They're like, but what about love? Obviously, you're going to love somebody because you've
Yeah.
been with them, but liking somebody through the stuff, I was going to say
Yeah.
the shit, the stuff
Yeah.
that they put you through, not even like
Definitely.
a lot, but just like day-to-day stuff. So I'm quite free flowing.
Yeah.
And like, if I eat something and I don't wash up straight away, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll wash up. But
Yeah.
my husband's like, no, we have to wash up before we sit down to eat our meal. And I'm just
Oh
like,
my God.
oh, it's
When
too
the food's
much.
cold. No thanks. Not having
I want
cold-
hot piping food down my esophagus.
Same.
I don't want to have lukewarm
Oh my
soup.
god, I
Do you know
hate
what I
that.
mean?
I sometimes I re-microwave my food before I eat it because it's not hot
Do
enough.
you?
Yeah, like I want it
Same.
piping hot, and then if it's lukewarm,
Yeah.
I really rush my food because I need to eat it whilst it's hot. But if it's piping hot, then I can relax and slowly eat it.
Because in my family we do that, but in my in-laws they all wait for them to sit at the table and then they eat their food, which is very cute. But like,
Yeah. But
my
I
food's
need to
cold.
eat. Let her go eat, okay? But yeah, I agree because even now we don't live together, me and my boyfriend, but like we're constantly at each other's houses, and you do stuff like washing up, hoovering, shit like
Yeah.
that, right? If you don't love them, you're gonna get on your nerves really quick.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like you could fall out so easily, and that's why if you've got love there, like at the core, you will
Yeah.
get through that.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you will argue all the time. You'll be like rolling your eyes at everything they do, and
think
then it's
arguing's
just not gonna
healthy.
work. Yeah, no, definitely. But I'm saying like more like stop doing it like that, and then it just
Oh, like
slowly-
nagging.
Yeah, you
Okay.
nag, and it's never resolved. Like the issue's never fixed.
Oh no.
Yeah, but that's why, like, with my boyfriend, we always have so much fun. Like, obviously, I love him so much, but even if we're doing things like loading the dishwasher
Yeah.
or cleaning, like, we'll make a game out of it or something like that.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and it just makes it fun. Like, he's a very competitive person, but he always makes a game out of everything.
That is so cute.
Even if we're, like, doing, like, a supermarket shop, we'll be like, oh, like, who can pick up 10 items the quickest? And, like, we'll do it, and it just makes things fun. Like,
do
it makes
you
that...
ever feel bad when he does stuff around the house?
No. He needs to do more. Are you mad? Are you
Do you ever feel a certain way when he does chores and things?
No, I genuinely think he needs to do more.
And you don't feel any ounce of guilt?
If he's doing it, no.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, step up and do something.
Wow. You see, I feel so guilty because I grew up in a culture where women are supposed to do all the house stuff and you're not supposed to ask men to do anything. And they basically sit at the table, they eat the food, you prepare everything, you serve them, then you eat afterwards, then you wash the dishes, and men don't
But
really
that's
do
just
anything.
too much.
It's
on a
too
woman.
much. So
I can't deal with that.
even though everything is equal kind of right now in my house, I still feel that strong sense of guilt when it comes to asking.
Because of how you've been raised.
Because of how I've been raised. And it's not my parents, it's just society as a general.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I am Punjabi Sikh. So Sikh is my religion.
Okay.
The main crux of Sikhism is equality. So teaching everybody that it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, doesn't matter how highly you're ranked, if you are a janitor, it doesn't matter where you're working, who you are, whether you're Sikh or not Sikh, you're all equal.
Equals, okay.
And then everyone goes back to their homes and then the women are straight in the kitchen, the men are
Wow.
chilling. So that's how
So
I've
do you think
seen
it's contradictory?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
And so many people are just like, I don't know if I'm going to be cancelled this, but so many people are just like, oh my God, I'm so religious. But then they'll go home and their cultural values don't match their religious values.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's so interesting.
It is really wild.
I just think, like, I'm super, obviously, equality feminist. But, like, I think it is a lot to do with how you've seen your parents react and you naturally reflect that.
Yeah.
Because my parents are very equal. So say my dad's done the cooking, my mum will wash it up.
Yeah.
Vice versa. If my mum's done the laundry, my dad will clean the house, like stuff like that.
Oh, that's so cute.
So I'm trying to implement that with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, so if I'm cooking, you'll clean up.
So I read something earlier on today.
Can I just say I've noticed your feet are so small.
They're size 4.
Are they kids? Are
Why
they
you
children's
exposing me?
shoes?
They are children's shoes. Do you know why? Because I couldn't.
You
I
are
couldn't
joking me.
I couldn't actually get
Can you
these
see?
in women's size because I always would not select it on,
Really?
on the Nike app.
Okay, hang on. Can you see mine? My foot's bigger than your head, Sim! That is ridiculous. Hold on, what is that? Okay, so guess what size I am?
Are you a 12?
A 12.
I don't know.
That's men's. Don't talk to me.
I was going to say 9. I was going to say 9. But then
I'm
I thought,
an 8.
Oh, you're 8. I was going to say 9.
Kendall Jenner's a 9.
Yeah.
So
is she?
there's a little. I used to have such a struggle trying to get bigger shoes, but
Oh.
now we're inclusive. On
I don't
feet
think you're
sizes.
too big.
Thank you. I think it goes with my height. If I had tiny feet, I'd look like some weird sort of
They're
pigeon.
actually quite small for your height.
Yeah.
I'm always shocked at how tall you are.
I know, but every time people see me, they're like, have you grown? I'm like, no, you just forgot how tall I was.
Going back to equality,
Yeah.
I read something earlier.
Tell me.
My girlfriend, 29 female, thinks it's weird for her to pay me 27 male rent.
Okay.
My girlfriend and I have been together for about 5 years. For the first year and a half of our relationship, she lived at home with her parents, but spent most nights at the place I was renting at the time.
Mm-hmm.
In March, earlier this year, I bought a house and she moved in with me. Until recently, I hadn't asked her to contribute much to the household expenses because when she moved in, she was working part-time and simultaneously working on a master's degree.
Nice. Slow.
I have been paying for all the utilities as well as for her car insurance and most of our groceries.
Mm-hmm.
A few days ago, I asked her to start paying for her share of the utilities and $500 monthly towards the house
Okay.
in rent.
Okay. Okay.
She didn't have an issue with paying towards the utilities, but she said it was weird of me to ask her to pay her rent since it was my house and I would essentially be profiting off her payment. Eventually, she agreed to start paying, but it seemed to be under protest. Just for additional information, I make $140,000 a year and she recently started making $40,000 a year.
Right.
She's working off paying her student loans but is going to have low monthly payments. My mortgage is £2,400 a month. We live in a really nice area. The home is a modest starter home, a decent apartment in an area that would easily cost as much as my mortgage. I don't need the money, but it's important to me that I feel like we're both contributing towards the household.
But she's paying the bills.
So now he's encouraged her to start paying the bills and pay rent
Yeah.
on a house that he owns.
I don't know. Girl, help yourself.
What would you do?
That's really awkward.
That is really awkward.
Asking for rent, I think, is a bit too much. That's like, I don't know. That just feels weird.
It's an offensive thing to say and I would just leave.
Yeah.
It's over. You're asking me to pay you rent. Okay, put my name down on the mortgage if you want me to pay.
This is what I was about to say. Couldn't they do it? I don't know if he's already bought it or whatever, but couldn't they do it where they're both equal on the mortgage, for example? Then they're both paying towards it because it's their, then it can be their house.
What would you do?
If I'm doing laundry, for example, doing cooking and cleaning, I've like bought loads of furnishings for the house, all of that. Why am I then paying rent to live in your house?
I think it's a no. It's a no from me. I'm not paying rent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't pay it. I think that's too much.
I think it's too much. And also in my culture, it's still a thing that women move in with their husbands, whether it's still in his family home or whether it's a home that he's got separately. It's very rare for a man to move in with a woman in my culture. So it's kind of accepted that people do this. So I don't think I would have any issue moving into my partner's home.
Yeah.
But if they ask me to start paying rent, that's when it becomes a little bit difficult because you have to almost legally put that down into what have you paid or what have I paid, and then just make it all on paper.
And then there's little arguments about it being like, have you paid me the rent? Like, he's your landlord.
Yeah. How awful.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't
I
want
don't
that.
think so. But like, say she's probably doing all that cooking and cleaning, looking after him very well in his own house.
Yeah.
So why is she paying rent?
You know, one of my old colleagues said to me, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And I sat there and I was just like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
And he basically said, if you're going to get somebody to move in with you and you get the goods for free, why would you then spend on the person? He said that to me. It took me a few tries to realise what he was trying to say.
I need to think about that. So how's that work in this scenario? Because she's moved in
and now
he can get all those rewards.
He's getting all the rewards. He's getting his girlfriend. He's getting her cooking, cleaning, whatever she's doing. And now he's asking for extra because he thinks that, oh, maybe I can make some money here.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
That's a red flag for me.
But that, I don't like it when, like, say you're in love and everything and it's then becomes so transactional.
I know.
Like,
oh my God.
You're just ruining the vibe.
I had this friend at uni and her and her boyfriend had been together for 3 years. And we went to the cinema together. It was me, another one of my girlfriends, her, and then he was there as well.
Yeah.
And we went up to pay for our tickets, and I overheard him say to her, okay, if I buy these tickets, that means you only owe me £5. £5? I was like, mate, I'll pay you the £5. I can't believe that they were like doing their finances down to a T like that.
You know, when they give the receipt and they're like, oh, okay, you know, when they go, oh, not that my boyfriend's ever done this, I'm just saying someone has done this to me before. gone to the shop. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to the shop. Do you want anything? You're like, oh yeah, can I have a bar of chocolate? They're like, yeah, cool. Go to the shop, come back. They're like, yeah, that'll be £1.10.
£1.
£1.10.
£1.10.
£1 fish. Just funny. £1 fish. No. You can keep your £1.10. I don't want the chocolate anymore.
Oh my god.
Are you mad? £1. That's pennies.
I hope you're not friends with them anymore.
No. Red flag.
Oh my
But isn't that
God.
crazy? But that, if you're like boyfriend and girlfriend like that, that's just ridiculous. Like, I will say, obviously, if I
I'm
go
not
out
like
with,
that with my friends. If I go
Yeah,
out with my
no.
friends and I buy a meal,
I'm very like, it's on
it's
me.
forgotten about.
Yeah.
If it's paid by cash, it's free.
Yeah. Oh yes.
It's free.
Girl maths. It's so true though. Like, but it's one of those things. Like, if you know, buy a couple drinks for your friends, or you're like, I'm going to shop. Do you want stuff? Like, if they're a good friend or whatever, you know, it's kind of, you all do that for
Yeah,
each
you
other.
do it for
Like,
each
it's
other.
nice favour. It's not like you're going to be out of pocket for spending a couple pounds for your friend. Like, that's ridiculous. But I'm very with my boyfriend. So say we've gone for dinner, obviously he'll pay for dinner, but then I'll be like, oh, I'll get the drinks after or something like that, just so it's nicely, it's more balanced. And I do like to feel that I can contribute. Like, he does pay for a lot, but I don't want him like paying for everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still like
So you
to
basically
put
like
some input.
I feel like I'm the same. I want to be independent, but I also want to
Same.
be well looked after.
Same.
I can't
So how do we
decide
balance
if I
it?
am an independent woman
Same, independent queen
or if
want a sugar daddy.
I'm a princess.
It's same. But that's why it's like, obviously, spoil me, treat me. I love that. But I will also, like, I treat my boyfriend. Like, when it comes to birthdays, I buy him so much because I just love giving
You know
presents.
what? You do. You actually do give so much. I remember
Yeah.
you were planning something for your boyfriend. It was a surprise
Party. Yeah, like, I love surprises. I love giving him gifts. Like, that brings me joy. So
Yeah.
if I want to spend like quite a lot of money on a present, obviously that's my decision. You know, it's like, oh, they buy me like a £200 dinner, and I'm like, oh, I'll pay for parking. It's on me, don't worry. Like £2.
It's not like my dad. My dad's like, "Oh, are you paying today? I was just getting my card out."
Oh my god, yeah. It's
Sure
like when you
you
open
are.
your bag and you're like, oh, do you want me to pay? And you've just got a lip gloss and lip liner in there. No, fine.
Oh my
Thanks.
gosh. Talking about trust, how much do you trust your boyfriend?
Wild. Are you asking
Sorry?
me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, I thought you were about to
What
get into
did
a
you
story.
say?
I was like, wild. Okay, so this is so rare, right?
Yeah.
And people are gonna be like, she's delusional. I like 100% trust him. I've never ever met a boy like him.
Aw.
Even like guy friends.
Yeah.
Like, he's so different too.
Oh.
It's definitely the way he's been raised. His
Yeah.
dad was like never a player,
Oh.
totally into his mum. So I think he's had a really good role model there. He hasn't had a dad that's just been like messing about. He's like a gamer boy.
Oh.
So like very into gaming, and just like he's very money motivated, just into doing his side hustles and things like that. So like, getting a girlfriend was never even like on his radar.
Oh.
So when he met me, I was in a place where I was like hating guys. Like, I just like, if
Why?
a guy looks at me, I want to be sick. I just got with random guys that I just did not like, and repulsive.
What?
They were just repulsive.
I
like,
think a lot of guys can be
the
impulsive.
thought of it, I just want to. Do you know what I
Oh
mean?
my god, gag.
So I was like, don't even want to look at a guy again. Stumbled across my partner at this party.
Yeah.
And then obviously just started chatting, whatever. But I was the more almost dominant, pushing it forward because I knew what I wanted. And I was
Because
like,
you have authority.
I have
in your
authority
presence.
because she's a queen. Then obviously he went to uni.
Yeah.
Had some instances where gal are trying to move him. Obviously,
Yeah.
girls are shaking their asses in his face, things like that. But he'd always told me if anything happened, and he was very like, whoa, like always kind of shocked at how mad the girls were moving.
That's
So
crazy.
that's another thing. I think if you're, obviously you need to talk to your boyfriend about it, but if your boyfriend is like keeping something from you, even if it's like, because I was thinking, if I found out he hadn't told me that like a girl asked for his number or something, I'd find that more suspicious because he hasn't told me. But if he's told me,
yeah.
I don't think it's suspicious because I'm like,
Really?
yeah, I'm like, there's nothing in it because he's just told me openly, and then I'm like, oh, cool, like, thanks
I give
for
my
telling
number
me.
out to everyone. I'm like, you have my number. You have my number.
You get my
Everyone
number,
gets
you get my number. Oprah over here.
So
Do
I have
you?
a story. My boyfriend just admitted he lied to make me fall in love with him.
What?
Yeah. Me, 21 female, just got told by my 21 male boyfriend he didn't tell the full truth at the beginning of our relationship about our values because he knew I'm a good girl and, in his words, wife material.
Nice, but I'm getting a red flag.
He admitted to me when I questioned him about changing so much because at first we were both very laid back in the relationship and I thought we were compatible because he was agreeing with everything I was saying. So he tells me that he told me what I wanted to hear at the beginning because if I knew the full truth, I wouldn't have stayed with him.
Oh, has he murdered someone or something? He's got some bodies in the closet.
I actually wouldn't put it past him.
I know.
This is true. I wouldn't have stayed because we're just not compatible and I don't have the same values as him. So I knew it wouldn't work out long term if I had known. Well, he changed recently a few months ago, giving me rules about not going to any bars or parties.
Oh no. Don't get me started.
Go!
I'm ready to fight.
But it threw me through a loop because it was very out of character for him. And suddenly he went in full controlling mode. He wants me to text him anytime I go anywhere because I'm at a public university now, even for a little festival for kids or visiting my girlfriends in her dorm. He said if I'm not in my dorm, I should tell him where I'm going.
Oh no. Let me guess, he's got Find My Friends on and Snapchat Maps on.
Oh my God. You can have both?
Yeah. And WhatsApp live location.
Yeah, but you have to send that.
True. Yeah, but if he's like, send it to me now, she's obviously going to do it.
Oh my God. He said if I'm not in my dorm, I should tell him where I'm going, which I thought was way too much. And I asked him why he's acting so controlling and why he's changed so much since the beginning of our relationship. He said he's always been like this, but too nervous to tell me.
Oh, brilliant.
Because he didn't want to scare me or lose me.
Oh, we love that.
And now he's comfortable enough, he's showing his true colours.
Oh, lordy. Did she say how long they've been together?
Oh, it doesn't say.
I'm just thinking, sack that one off.
Really?
Yes.
You don't think there's any...
No. These are very early signs of emotionally abusive, narcissist, gaslighter. I know we throw those words around a lot in this day and age, but that is such a red flag because this is the early stage. Imagine this is just saying, oh, can you just have a wee water? Imagine how it can progress in like 5 years. Imagine if you had a kid with him and he's constantly like, where are you? There's no trust. It also turns into, what are you wearing? Oh, you're going out. Okay.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, I've not had this experience before.
I knew someone whose boyfriend, before a night out, he would text her, so we're at uni, and would say, can you send me your outfit? Like, I need to see it before you go. Yeah. She would have to send a picture of her outfit. She would put a hoodie on. So you'd see like a skirt and a hoodie on, and she'd be like, I'm wearing this. And he'd be like, okay, cool, like, have a good night. Then she'd take the hoodie off.
Would he not see photos?
No, I don't think he had her friends.
Okay.
But she'd take the hoodie off, and then we'd go out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because he didn't like her wearing anything promiscuous, so that guys wouldn't move to her, or so that she didn't chat to guys.
Yeah, but that's a massive thing with trust then, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where's
it's
the trust in the
100%
relationship?
you don't trust them. But I often think people like that, they have either been cheated on,
Yeah.
and therefore they're triggered, they're getting warning signs of like when they've been cheated on, and they're like looking for those signs, and they're really trying to control the person so they don't get cheated on again. Or they in fact themselves have cheated, and therefore they know the behaviour, so they know that they would be moving mad on a night out because they cheated. Therefore they think their partner would be moving mad. So just no trust at all.
Oh my God. Okay, let me just finish with this. He only went along with it so that I would fall in love with him.
That's so bad.
Isn't it awful?
She's basically been emotionally catfished.
Yeah, and now he's comfortable enough he's showing his true colours, which to me seems like he was manipulating me this whole time into falling in love with him so he could marry me. I don't know if I'm overreacting.
No, you're not.
No, I don't think so. Because he said every guy does this.
Girl! No, they don't! Is there more?
There is more!
I'm scared for this
But
guy.
I feel like I've been lied to our entire relationship. And that this is not the man I fell in love with.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I want to leave him.
I think so.
Because he's my first love and I know he'll never change back.
I'm saying cut. I'm saying sack that off now. Cut, bitch. Cut it off. Do you know what it is? He's not changing. This is the true him. This is his true colours. No amount of therapy, actually maybe therapy could help him. He would need like therapy, the maddest self-awareness and emotional intelligence for him to change. It's very unlikely he would change this behaviour.
And I also don't think it's her responsibility.
It's not.
And a lot
why
of
does she
people-
have to change the man?
I've seen so many relationships where there has
No.
been, say, like a man has done something wrong, he's admitted to it, and then the woman's been like, I can't trust you anymore, but I don't want to leave this relationship. I just want to figure out how I can trust you. That just puts you
No.
both in a bad situation.
That's his problem. If he's cheated, he needs to make it up to you.
You think
and
so?
Well, yeah, if he's cheated and you want to stay together, he needs to prove how he's not going to cheat again, why he's not going to cheat
100%.
again. Do you know what I mean?
He does need to prove that, but at the same time, you have to give them the space to be able to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, which is
can't-
why it's hard to stay together.
You
Because
can't be
you
like
can't
that person.
grow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's so hard.
You
How
need
do you
time
do it then?
apart to grow, huh?
How do you do it then? Do you break up?
If my boyfriend cheated, or just anyone cheated me in general, yeah, it'd have to be ended because I would constantly have that paranoia. I would constantly be thinking, is he looking at a girl funny? Like,
So what are your boundaries?
what do you mean?
What are your boundaries for cheating? Is
Oh,
talking,
okay.
is talking to somebody cheating?
Talking and talking is very different.
I love it.
Talking, just having a conversation with a friend. You might be messaging a few times a week. Like, that's
Yeah.
fine. You're friends, you're friendly, whatever. But talking, if you're sending a
What's
gal,
talking?
that's like when you're in a talking phase. It's almost like you've spoken for a couple of weeks before you've gone on a date
Okay.
type thing. But if my boyfriend was messaging a girl, long ass paragraphs every day for like 2 weeks, even if he doesn't think he's flirting with her, that girl will think he's flirting because
yeah.
you're in a talking
Yeah.
phase. Therefore, that is, whether he knows it or not, that's definitely like some sort of emotional cheating. Do you think what's worse, emotional cheating or physical cheating?
I knew you were going to ask me this.
Yeah.
I don't know because both are awful.
The arguments are...
I think the emotional one really eats you up from the inside out.
Yeah,
Whereas the physical one, it's hard to look at somebody afterwards when they've done something physical.
this is the thing, and I'm very visual, so like if
You're
I
very
knew
what?
visual,
Yeah.
like I can picture shit, right?
Yeah.
If I'd known they'd like physically cheated, I'm just picturing the whole thing and I can't get that out of my head. Do you know what I mean? Thank God it's never happened, touch wood.
Yeah. Touch wood.
Obviously. So that would be a struggle. However, there's that argument where guys just think with their willy willies
Yeah.
and therefore no emotion involved, and then they just got with her and then they're like, I'm so sorry, da, da, da. It's like maybe you could see past that, but still I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I see on reality TV and stuff, they do get past that. But emotional cheating, imagine if they'd been like secretly dating
Yeah.
or secretly messaging for like a year. They know each other so well, they probably know they're going to run away together. That's awful.
That is really awful.
Like, they're both awful, but I actually think emotional like that is worse.
You think so?
I
don't
think
know
it
if I could
might
pick. I
be.
can't pick.
I think
Maybe it's
I would
person
lean
to
toward
person.
that. It does depend on the person, yeah. But it's still physical. Like, you see on Old Main Chelsea, they're like, I blacked out. Like, I don't know what I did, taking no responsibility. I don't know what I did. I blacked out and it obviously happened and someone told me after that it happened. So I'm really sorry. And it's like, you're not taking any responsibility there. And also, you can't just black out like you know what you're doing. The thing is with
How
the
do
physical
people black
one,
out?
I know.
And how do
From
they
alcohol.
continue to do what they need to do if they're
blacked out. You're not thrusting.
Somebody's
If you're
lying.
blacked out, exactly.
By the way, we didn't eat any crumpets.
We didn't.
Guess
Can't
we'll
like
save
that.
the crumpets for the next one.
Yeah, we'll have to get a crumpets next
Peace.
time. Peace about.
Oh, what's yours?
Oh yeah, I love dinner.
That's so cute. I'm gonna start
Isn't
that.
it?